Over the
This
week,
used to
I
be
was
one of my
craving
favorite
corn
food
pudding.
growing up.
In my place, it is called ekusu. And let me
If you
show
want to know
you
how
to get this
we'll
done.
get this together.
First, you need some corn. You need to remove all the corn from the stick. So after everything, you keep the stick aside because you'll be using it later to cook it. You want to start by washing your corn, give it a thorough wash. So wash the corn thoroughly. The reason why we wash it thoroughly is to remove the excess shafts from the corn. While you were peeling off the corn from the stick, some shafts must have followed. So you have to wash it thoroughly to remove excess shafts and all those thin lines, those things that looks like rope that's always in between the corn. So you give it a good wash. I did mine for like 2 to 3 4 times, and then we have it. So you need other things you need are crayfish, a lot of onions, pepper, and then your big prawns, then some roughly blend pepper for some extra heat, and of course you need your green leaf. This is what gives it the smell, the aroma. Then you proceed to blend. You need your blender, and it's going to be roughly blend, not very smooth. Endeavor to blend roughly. That's how you get the feeling. So this is it after blending. You know, mine was a bit smooth because my children don't like it too rough. So proceeded to add your onions, your roughly blend pepper. After adding, give it a good stir, and then you add your crayfish, not the small crayfish that we blended though. We blended that one alongside with the corn, but this one, I don't know what this is called, but in my place it's called enitan. So we added our enitan to it, which is the big prawns. I don't know if it's prawn anyway. So we added it to it, and I added my Benin spices. I later added extra seasoning to it though, but I did this step by step because I didn't want it to be too salty. So I added some salt. You want to give this a good stir very well so that everything would go in. You don't want some place to be sweet and some place should not be sweet. So give it a good stir, and then you need your red oil. We added some red oil. Give it a generous amount. That's what makes it colorful. I've seen some people make this ekusu and it will be brownish. Some will just be looking like it's black because that leaf will also add some color. So you need to add red oil to it to give it a good stir. So we'll proceed to wash our leaf. Here I'm removing the stick from the back of the leaf. That's what makes your leaf bend easily. Most people say they don't know how to wrap moi moi or corn pudding with leaf. If you don't remove that stick, you will not be able to bend it. So after removing the stick and washing it properly, we proceeded to wrapping it. I did it off camera because it was a lot. So this is it after I've wrapped it. And the stick we remove from the corn was all you use in layering your pots. I told you to keep it aside because you will use it and layer your pots before you put your corn pudding on it. So we added some water, not so much, not to cover it because so it will not make your pudding too soft. So you add some water, just a little. Then after adding your water, we proceed to cover it with some extra leaf. Is that leaf that gives it the aroma. Just like you are steaming when you are cooking your jollof rice, the way you use fuel pepper to give it steam. So this one we are using the leaf, and this took approximately 15 to 20 minutes to cook. And after that, voila, we have our corn pudding. In my place it is called ekusu. I don't know what it's called in your place, but it was really enjoyable. We enjoyed it, my children enjoyed it, and it's a very good food for the weather. So this is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you try this in your home. Bye.